This is Avatar's Radio News on the Hour. Give us 5 minutes and we'll give you the metaverse.
This is News on the Hour. I'm Elen Dragonfire reporting. Hold on to your wallets, gamers. Player First Games, the cats behind the Multiversus, have declared that there will be no refunds for players who shelled out their hard-earned cash during the open beta. In a shocking turn of events, Warner Brothers and Player First Games have announced the shutdown of the open beta for Multiversus. The game, which features a deep well of IPs, had received great reviews and boasted a monthly average player count of 150,000 per day just a few months ago. However, recent reports showed a drastic decrease in daily player count, with an average of only 1,300 players per day. And they're not trying to butter you up with any marketing fluff. This news comes straight from the official Multiversus website. Unsurprisingly, fans are less than thrilled with this announcement. One player on the Multiversus subreddit is demanding their money back, while Twitter is abuzz with reactions, including one user who called the move, quote, "one of the most stupid decisions I've ever heard," end quote. Multiversus will shut down its online features on June 25th, with the full game set to launch in early 2024. In news that is sure to make Dragon Age fans even more excited about the new game, BioWare has announced the Mass Effect team and Dragon Age veteran Mark Darrah will be coming to the rescue to ensure long-awaited Dragon Age Dreadwolf is polished and perfect when it finally hits the shelves. Even though the Mass Effect 5 team is still in pre-production, meaning many of the staff are available to work on other projects, the game's development has been anything but smooth sailing. Dragon Age Dreadwolf has been in post-production since September of 2022, but with no release date yet in sight, it's clear that the team still has a lot of work to do. To ensure the game is as good as it can be, BioWare is pulling out all of the stops by bringing in Darrah. He has an impressive track record, having worked on several critically acclaimed titles such as Dragon Age Origins, Neverwinter Nights, and Jade Empire. He also served as the project director of the entire Dragon Age series until he retired from BioWare in 2020. In a statement, BioWare General Manager Gary McKay emphasized the studio's focus on creating the best possible experience for fans. Quote, "We continue to iterate and polish Dreadwolf, focusing on the things that matter most to our fans. We're proud to have this team with strong leadership at the helm, working together to realize the vision we have for the game." End quote. Although there's no release date yet for Dragon Age Dreadwolf, the addition of Darrah and the Mass Effect team should reassure fans that the game is in good hands. Electronic Arts Senior Vice President Samantha Ryan noted, quote, "That's normal for a complex game of this genre. This phase of production does take time, and the studio wants to make sure it gets it right for its fans," end quote. For now, Dragon Age fans will just have to sit tight and wait for more news. But with such a talented team behind the game, it's sure worth the wait. It's time to dust off your clicky keyboards and make some space on your hard drive, because The Last of Us Part 1 is finally making its way to PC on Tuesday. If you're one of the lucky ones who pre-purchased the game, get ready to hit the ground running by preloading it on Steam. We all know that slow and unreliable internet connections are the bane of our digital existence, so it's wise to get ahead of the game and start downloading the 75-gigabyte behemoth ASAP. As for the exact unlock time, well, we're still waiting on an official confirmation, but we've done some investigative journalism, and based on our calculations, it looks like The Last of Us Part 1 will be ready to rock at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on Tuesday. If you're running a basic PC setup, don't worry, you'll still be able to play the game, but those with some serious hardware muscle, The Last of Us Part 1 offers high-end features like adjustable texture quality, shadows, reflections, ambient occlusion, and more. The Last of Us is finally launching on PC via Steam and the Epic Game Store, but Epic isn't giving away any preload information or unlock times on their store page. but they do support preloading now. So get clicking and get ready for some post-apocalyptic action on PC. Big news in the gaming world today, folks, as Ubisoft has announced that it will not be attending this year's E3 event, which is set to take place in June at the Los Angeles Convention Center. The Assassin's Creed publisher had previously committed to attending the event, but has now decided to, quote, move in a different direction, end quote, and will instead hold its own Ubisoft Forward Live event on June 12th in Los Angeles. This decision is a major blow to the revamped E3 event, which is set to be the flagship Industries event's first physical show in 4 years. With just 3 months to go until the event, no major company has been officially announced as attending, and Ubisoft's decision raises serious questions about the lineup for the show. E3's new organizer, ReedPop, has previously claimed that, quote, AAA companies, in addition to indie darlings and tech and hardware firms, end quote, had committed to making the return to the LACC. Still, with major players like Ubisoft, Nintendo, and Xbox all skipping the event, it remains to be seen what the show will look like. Despite this setback, E3 2023's Digital Week will still kick off on June 11th, with outside digital events such as the PC Gaming Show, Future Games Show, Guerrilla Collective, and Black Voices in Gaming. As for Ubisoft, we can expect more details on their Ubisoft Forward Live event to be revealed in the next coming weeks. Ubisoft joins Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo in skipping the big 3-day event as the show continues to fall apart. Get your bats with nails, electric claws, and flaming axes ready because Dead Island 2 is coming, and it's like a deja vu all over again. In a hands-on demo at PAX East 2023, Destructoid's Eric Van Allen found out that the upcoming sequel is sticking to its undead roots, focusing on melee combat and layered, makeshift zombie-killing tools. Sure, guns exist, but who needs them when you have a butane torch hooked up to your bat? Elemental effects also play a much more central role this time around, with water and electricity creating potential shock zones, fire, acid, and other elements doing solid damage over time. So get ready to stave off the horde and kickstart that Ferris wheel system because Dead Island 2 is shambling its way onto PlayStation, Xbox, and PC on April 21st, 2023. Breaking news for Counterstrike 2 beta hopefuls. Valve has confirmed that idling in CSGO won't do squat to improve your chances of getting in. That's right, despite what your uncle's cousin's friend's roommate told you, simply lounging around on Valve servers won't give you a leg up on the competition. Valve's announcement has come as a rude awakening for those players who thought they could cheat the system by boosting their playtime. But hey, at least we now know that there's no shortcut to CSGO glory. The good news is that Counter-Strike is still a thing and is set to drop this summer. And if you're still itching to get your hands on that sweet, sweet beta, fear not. There's an open beta on the horizon. So while you wait for your chance to shine, why not step outside and enjoy the great outdoors? Trust us, there's a whole world beyond the confines of Valve servers. Well, some people just can't behave themselves at Japan's Ghibli Park. This theme park, dedicated entirely to the whimsical worlds of Studio Ghibli, opened its doors last year, but some people are taking things a bit too far. According to CNN, local authorities are calling out adults getting too frisky with the park's statues. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, some fully grown men are taking lewd photos with the beloved Ghibli characters and sharing them on social media. Not cool, guys. The governor of Aichi Prefecture is not amused. He held a press conference to scold these creepy camera wielders and remind them that Ghibli Park is a place for families to enjoy, not for perverts to get their kicks. And if you thought that was harsh, just wait. He's even threatening to take legal action for property destruction. Yikes. But hey, it's not all bad news. If you're planning to visit Ghibli Park, rest assured that security will be tight. In fact, the staff is so strict about photos that they make the security guards at the Louvre look like pushovers. So keep your hands to yourself and your camera in your pocket, folks. The Mononoke-themed forest and other unfinished areas won't be ready for another year. Plenty of time to practice your respectful, family-friendly photo-taking skills. That is all the news on the hour for this hour, broadcasted at the top of every hour and updated daily. Contact us to submit your press releases regarding gaming news, in-metaverse events, and DJ party and event coverage at avatarsradio.rocks/contact. You are tuned into Avatars Radio, independent community radio, The Avatars, broadcasting inside MMO games, on the web, and video simulcasted at twitch.tv/avatarsradiorocks. Stop by the stream and say hello, and please click that follow button while you're there.
To read the full articles of today's report, visit us on Discord at www.avatarsradio.rocks on the web.